is disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no, no?
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skip school.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And out now come the Seahawks. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. They're going to look to throw. Caught, Seferian-Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see him really.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Khalil Mack able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They begin the drive with Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And he's got Lockett. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Kamale Correa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Gone! Detroit! Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Back to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's still on his feet. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw here. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on.
Tyler Lockett past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Gone!
They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Onto the field now come the Bears. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And Parkey's kick is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Cohen, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Parkey's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Being chased out left. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit!
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bears will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game?
Yep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Cohen on the toss. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch number 29, 29. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle. And a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. He'll try and start this drive in the air. Able to get away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The shotgun. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now look.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Watch him now, Barney.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.